That count 7, okay. It has been submitted. I submitted. So, when you're in her office, okay. So this is the thing. They give a directive that count 7 doesn't exist anymore. So that the prosecution should amend it, change it, it doesn't exist. I still play to that same 40 law.
Yes, it was an error.
It's an error, big error. So I want them to correct
that. That was one of the motions we asked, that appeal should be set aside.
That's correct.
And it has not been heard.
So my people, this morning something really powerful happened at the Supreme Court of Nigeria, and it's all about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. You know, this man's name has been on the news for years, from one court to another, from one story to another. But today, it's like he decided to shake things up again. Now, before we go too far, please, if you are watching this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe right now, because this story is one that will keep unfolding, and I'll be giving you every update as it happens. So, this morning, Nnamdi Kanu made a surprise appearance at the Supreme Court in Abuja. According to reports, people were not even expecting him, but he showed up in person, not just through his lawyers. The moment he arrived, people inside and outside the court were filled with excitement. Staff, workers, even some visitors came out just to see him. They were cheering, waving, some even chanting his name, calling him the freedom fighter. You could feel that kind of energy that comes when someone everyone's been waiting to see suddenly steps out. Now, many people were wondering, why did he come to the Supreme Court again? Remember, this man has been in a long legal battle with the federal government. His case has passed through the Court of Appeal, then to the Supreme Court, and now back to the Federal High Court in Abuja. But today, Nnamdi Kanu said he came because there are things that must be corrected. He said his case is being handled under a law that no longer exists, a law that has been repealed. Imagine that. According to his legal team, the Terrorism Prevention Act of 2013, the one they used to charge him, has already been replaced by a new law in 2022. So he's basically saying you can't use a dead law to try a living person. That's his point. And because of that, he's asking the Supreme Court to throw away the earlier judgment that sent his case back to the lower court. He said that judgment destroyed justice, and he wants the court to correct it immediately. Now, as he was coming out from the court building, you could see people rushing to greet him, some just shouting, "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu." Others were saying, "Justice for all." And it was clear this wasn't just an ordinary day at the court. Even people who were not there for his case came out just to see him. My friend, it was a sight. If you've ever seen a crowd that's both excited and emotional, that was exactly what happened. Now let's break down what this whole move could mean. You see, this case has been dragging for years, and many Nigerians, especially from the southeast, have been calling for justice and for his release. Nnamdi Kanu has always maintained that his arrest and trial were not done the right way, that he was taken from another country and brought to Nigeria against legal procedures. The Court of Appeal even once discharged him, but later the Supreme Court reversed that decision, saying he should go back to face trial at the Federal High Court. And now he's saying, no, that trial cannot continue because the law they are using is already gone. That's the whole reason he went to the Supreme Court again, to stop that trial and to make the judges look into the mistake. He wants them to know that justice delayed is justice denied. And honestly, that's what makes today's appearance so dramatic. He didn't just send lawyers, he came himself in person to show that he's serious about it. Now, while this was happening, supporters online were already making noise on social media. Hashtags like Ash a Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Justice for Kanu started trending again. Videos from outside the Supreme Court began to spread, showing people singing and cheering as he came out of the building. Some people said they haven't seen that kind of reaction since the last time he appeared in court almost a year ago. Please, if you are following this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next update, because what is coming next could be very big. The Federal High Court is expected to give judgment on his terrorism trial around November 20th. And this new motion at the Supreme Court could change everything before that date. Now think about it. If the Supreme Court listens to his argument and agrees that the law used to charge him is already repealed, that could mean the entire trial will be cancelled. But if they reject his motion, then the Federal High Court will go ahead with the judgment. That's why this move is such a bold and strategic one. It's like he's saying, before you decide my fate, let's first fix the foundation. And let's be honest, this case is not just about Nnamdi Kanu anymore. It's about how Nigeria applies its laws. It's about whether the judiciary truly stands as the last hope of the common man. Because if someone can be tried with a law that no longer exists, what does that say about the justice system? These are the kind of questions people are asking now. Another thing people are talking about is how calm and collected Nnamdi Kanu looked today. Witnesses say he was smiling, waving to people, even exchanging a few words with those around him. Some said he looked stronger and more confident than before. It seems he came with full determination to make his voice heard again, and that alone has rekindled the hopes of many of his supporters. Now, beyond this legal issue, there's also a bigger picture here. Many political observers are saying that whatever happens to Nnamdi Kanu could affect the political temperature of the Southeast region. The peace, the elections, the movements, everything could feel the effect. That's why both the government and the people are watching this very closely. Everyone wants to see how it ends this time. And my people, let's be real. Whether you support him or not, you can't deny that this man has become one of the most talked about figures in Nigeria's recent history. Every time he appears in court, it becomes national news. Every word he says becomes a headline. That's the kind of influence he has. Now, as the day goes on, we're expecting more updates from both his lawyers and the court officials. They'll likely give details about the exact nature of the motion he filed, and when the Supreme Court will sit to hear it. I'll be keeping an eye on that for you, so make sure you like this video and subscribe right now because the next few days could be full of twists. Some analysts are even saying that if the Supreme Court entertains this motion, it might delay the Federal High Court judgment again. Others believe it could even change the direction of the entire case. But one thing is clear, Nnamdi Kanu is not backing down. And that's why many of his followers call him the dogged freedom fighter. They say he doesn't give up, no matter what happens. Even with all the years he has spent in detention, he still finds a way to challenge the system. That alone makes today's story not just a legal update, but a reminder of how strong belief and persistence can be. So, as you watch this video, I want to ask you, what do you think about this move? Do you think the Supreme Court should grant his request and stop the trial? Or do you think the case should go on till the end? Drop your opinion in the comment section below. I really want to hear what you think. Also, if you're one of those who have been following this case from the beginning, how do you feel about how it has dragged for so long? Do you think justice is being done fast enough in this country? Let's talk about it in the comments. And please, one more time, if you haven't yet, hit that like button right now and subscribe to this channel for more updates. Because once new information comes out from the Supreme Court or the Federal High Court, I'll be back here to break it down for you in simple, clear English, just like this.